In this video lecture, we are studying the transverse section of dicot root. We know that root is underground organ of the plant. The most important and primary function of the root is absorption of water and mineral from the soil. In case of dicot, primary taproot emerges out from the radicle. Radicle is a end point of the embryonal axis. So this radicle which form the primary taproot looks like this. Let us consider this is the structure. In this primary taproot, four major regions are present. The first region is root cap. Second is region of meristematic activity. Third region is region of elongation. Fourth and last region of primary taproot is known as region of maturation. In this region of maturation, many root hairs are present. These root hairs absorb the water and mineral. That's why to study the internal structure of primary taproot, we must have to cut the transverse section of region of maturation, since all the mature tissue are present in that particular part of the primary taproot. When we are taking the transverse section and observing under compound microscope the detailed structure of the PS of primary taproot or dicot root in region of maturation looks like this. The outermost layer of the cells is known as epidermis, but in case of root, epidermis is termed as epiblema, or this epiblema is also known as pyliferous layer. So many rectangular compactly arranged parenchyma cells are present in the epidermis. Some of the parenchyma cell get elongated, and this elongated part of the epidermal cell is known as root hair. Root hair is not additional type of cell, it is elongated part of the epidermal cell. Millions of root hair are present in region of maturation which absorb water and nutrient, and these root hair are replaceable, means after maturity the root hair get cut off and another cell get elongated to form the root hair. Just inner side to the epiblema, 3 to 4 layers of the parenchymatous cells are present. These 3 to 4 layers of parenchymatous cell is called as cortex. Cortex consisting on loosely arranged parenchyma cell means abundant intercellular spaces are present. Through these intercellular spaces, water and mineral can be moved like this, and this movement of water and mineral through the intercellular space is known as apoplast pathway. So cortex is very important region. It consisting on loosely arranged parenchyma cell. Just inner side to the cortex, endodermis is present, and endodermis is also a part of cortex. We can say that inner layer of cortex is called as endodermis. These endodermis are consisting on rectangular cells which are compactly arranged. Compactly arranged means intercellular spaces are not present in the cells of endodermis. These cells are joined very tightly to each other. Point number next. The horizontal wall of the endodermal cell, let us consider this is a cell of endodermis. This horizontal wall is known as tangential wall, and vertical wall is known as radial wall. On the tangential wall as well as radial wall, there is a deposition of one waxy type of material. This wax or waxy material is known as suberin. Suberin is actually one of the hydrophobic substance. Hydrophobic means it have water repellent property. So this Caspian strip is made up of suberin. Deposition of suberin on the endodermal cell is known as Casparian strip. So Caspian strip is made up of suberin deposited on the endodermal cell. This suberin did not allow to enter the water from endodermis into the still region. Whatever be the number of cells inside the endodermis, xylem, phloem, pith, pericycle, all these cells are collectively known as still. But when you look the vascular bundle, specifically xylem, so there are two types of xylem. Large xylem facing towards the center and small xylem is toward the periphery. These are small xylems and these are the larger xylem. This type of arrangement is called as bundle arrangement, is known as exarch type of vascular bundle. So in this exarch vascular bundle, the cell of endodermis, which is closer to the protoxylem, this cell did not have the deposition of suberin. Means the cell of endodermis closer to the protoxylem did not have the suberin. This cell is called as passage cell, and due to absence of suberin, passage cell allow to transport the water into protoxylem. Water then move from protoxylem to metaxylem, and then water show the upward movement, which is called as ascent of sap. So vascular bundle in the dicot root is exarch type. First thing. Second thing is, in this vascular bundle, these are the phloem cells. Phloem cells, and then this is xylem. Xylem, phloem, then xylem. Means xylem and phloem are not situated on the same line. Xylem has its own radius and phloem has its another radius. This type of vascular bundle in which xylem and phloem are located on different radii or different diameter, it is called as radial vascular bundle. So in root, vascular bundles are radial and exarch. As it is a dicot root, then furthermore it could show the presence of secondary growth. Therefore, cambium is present between the vascular bundle, means vascular bundles are open type. Now many students confuse that the vascular bundle having the cambium in between them. So how cambium is present in between xylem and phloem? Specifically, in case of dicot root, cambium surround the phloem separately and another cambium surround the xylem separately. That's why wavy shaped structure is observed. Then it will become circular at the time of secondary growth in dicot root. So this is all about the dicot root. Inside the endodermis, pericycle cells are also present. Endodermis is followed by the cells of pericycle. Pericycle cells are also made up of parenchyma. Therefore, these are parenchymatous cells. Next thing, in between xylem and phloem, some parenchymatous cells are present in strip. These parenchymatous cells between xylem and phloem are known as conjunctive tissue. Conjunctive tissue. So what are conjunctive tissue? Conjunctive tissue are the parenchymatous cells which are present between xylem and phloem. As xylem and phloem are situated on different radii, they are alternatively present. So in between that, a strip of parenchymatous cell are called as conjunctive tissue. In dicot root, pith is very small or it may be absent. Pith is very small and inconspicuous. Only few parenchyma cells will form the pith.